Hello, kids. This is Pastor Tony, and this is today's Bible Spot. Did you have a great Easter? I know I did. But you know that too many, when Easter ended, the story ended. You know, some people come to church just once a year for Easter. They hear the story. They sing a few songs. Then what do? They go home. They enjoy a nice dinner of ham and deviled eggs and green beans. They are stuffing their kids full of all sorts of candy and those wonderful things called Peeps. I love Peeps. Then what do? They settle in for a nice 2-hour nap. Well, as nice as all those things are, if you don't take the resurrection beyond Sunday, then it becomes just an isolated event on the calendar and really has little power for facing the challenges in the world and for living out the life that each of us is called to live. But Easter people don't see the resurrection story as an ending. They see it as a beginning. But sometimes believers, and especially new believers, become stagnant in their faith. They quit growing. They are more and more distracted by problems. But I think part of the problem is they fail to leave the tomb. They pull the stone of despair back over them. They don't want to leave the tomb. They try to re-engage in their old habits, their old attitudes, their old sins, their old relationships. And they were probably relationships that were unhealthy. Well, Easter people don't revisit the tomb. They understand their identity. They understand that they have been given a new ID card, a new name. And that name is child of God. So when they are tempted by despair, they don't go running back to the tomb. Jesus is not there. He is out there identifying the Easter people every day. And here is what we need to identify as well. Roll it, Ian.
Our sins were great. His love was greater. As Christ hung on the cross for all of humanity, he spoke one final word. It is finished, he said. With that, he gave up his spirit and he died. But what had been finished? It was the end of death's power, the end of sin's control, and the end of the evil one's reign. Because Jesus was laid in a borrowed tomb. 3 days later, he rose from the grave. It was Easter. It was resurrection. We do not live to celebrate this victory once a year. No, we are Easter people. Every single day is victory again.
Remember, we are the Easter people. And no matter what comes our way, we can experience victory every single day of our lives. Let's be Easter people this year and stay out of the tomb and stand on this promise. Deuteronomy 31:8. It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. And here is today's bumper sticker. The tomb is empty, so you don't have to be. Oh, goodbye. And this has been the Bible Spot.